Aloha Gemini, and welcome to your tarot reading for the week of April 6th through the 12th. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. If you want to get your personal reading or join us over on the Patreon, all that information is down below in the description box. We're going to go ahead and start with the overall vibe for the week. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. Then we'll shuffle and see how you can overcome those obstacles or challenges, and then any extra messages that universe and spirit might have for you this week. So we are going to start with our love oracles. We'll move into some general oracles just to kind of get things started. I want to go ahead and start out with the vibe. What do we have in terms of love and emotions and connections? You had two cards. We have one, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And then you also have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now, both of these cards represent divine timing. The trust card specifically. The trust card says, trust your universe, trust your spirit team, trust that divine timing is at work for you when it comes to matters of emotions, whether this is in romantic relationships, whether this is with friends, whether this is just anything that brings you emotional fulfillment. Just have some trust and some faith that things are going to work out in your favor. Then we also have the getting to know each other card. Now, you might be getting to know somebody else on a deeper level this week, but you also might be getting to know yourself on a deeper level this week. Maybe there are some hobbies or some interests or some things that you didn't really have before that you're starting to learn about yourself this week. So I think that's really nice. Let's go ahead and kind of get our general oracle and see what else can be added to the message for the overall vibe this week before we move into our tarot cards. We have protected. There was somebody else that also had this. It was in the earth sign. So if you have earth in your chart, make sure you're watching your sun, your moon, and your rising on these. But you do have protected. It says you are safe and supported while you change your career. For some of you, you might be considering a career change this week. You might also be considering adding things to your resume. But this is also just making changes in your life in general. You have that support. You are being protected energetically, whether it's from universe or your spirit team, your ancestors, or maybe being protected physically, right? A little bit more of a physical protection, saying, hey, if you're ready to move forward and move to a new home, trust that divine timing is at work here and you will be protected doing so, okay? So that's just an example. Take it how it resonates. I do want to go ahead and move into our tarot cards, kind of see what tarot has to add for all of these messages. We're going to go for the overall vibe when it comes to our tarot messages for Gemini this week. You have two cards, so we'll take both of them. You have strength. Love that strength card. This is also the card of Leo. So some of you might be dealing with a Leo this week, or maybe you have Leo somewhere in your chart. But the strength card really represents this energy of pulling from our inner strength and really being able to focus that strength on something specific, right? Like really funneling in on something specific that we want to overcome or achieve. Then you also have the Nine of Cups in reversal. Now the Nine of Cups, we always hear the word, this is the wish card. Wishes are being granted. But the thing about the Nine of Cups is that we have to make sure we know what we want in order for that wish to be fulfilled. And with this being in the reversal this week, this tells me that there is a need for us to take a moment and ask what the bigger picture looks like for us. When you wake up in the morning and you could have your idea of success, what does that look like for you, Gemini? Because success is going to look different for everybody. If you're talking about terms of love, what does a successful relationship look like to you? That's going to be different for every single person. And in order for you to have those wishes fulfilled over the next couple of weeks, you're going to have to maybe take some time this week, pull from your inner strength and figure out what the bigger picture looks like for you. What does success look like for you? What does love mean to you? Really asking yourself those bigger picture questions, and really just know that any obstacle or challenge when it comes to answering those questions or just pushing forward and moving forward, they can be overcome because you have that inner strength already. Let's go ahead and move into the potential obstacle or challenges this week. We're looking for any potential obstacles or challenges for Gemini this week. What do we have going on here? Two of Pentacles. Aquarius also had this. I think this is probably going to be for everybody this week, all the air signs at least, where it's like we're juggling a lot, okay? If you are juggling a lot right now, just know that the obstacle or challenge is not overdoing it. Yes, the juggling act is good right now, but at some point you might drop a pentacle. If you're burning the candle at both ends, you might find yourself burnt out. So this week, yes, maybe it feels like we're getting everything done. We're working hard, we're playing hard, we got everything going on for us, we're juggling a lot. lot and it feels like we're killing it, which we are, but by the end of the week, you might find yourself really burnt out. You might find yourself dropping a pentacle. It's like sometimes, you know, you can only juggle for so long. So that might be a potential obstacle or challenge this week, Gemini, is just making sure that you're not juggling too much, that you're not playing this balancing act, right? Again, right this minute, you probably feel like you're killing it and you're getting everything done. But if there is a chance for you to maybe get ahead, if there's a chance for you to pull from that inner strength and push forward to get ahead or to get some things done ahead of time, this would be a really good week to do that. Let's go ahead and also see potentially how to overcome that challenge or obstacle. Reevaluating our day-to-day routine, definitely. The Hierophant in the upright represents tradition, structure, and routine. And when I see this in the reversal, it's like maybe we need to make a new day-to-day routine for ourselves. Maybe there is something here that we can rearrange when it comes to our weekly routine, daily routine, monthly routine, okay? The Hierophant says the key to success is showing up for yourself every day, showing up, being structured. And I know I have so much Gemini in my chart, so I know sometimes it can be hard for Geminis to get structured and to get focused, right? I have Gemini everywhere in my chart, so I get that. But I do feel like there is this need for us to slow down for a minute. Tend to that inner lion, okay? Your inner lion wants to get stuff done this year. We're in a new astrological year, and Gemini is like, I want to get things done this year, and I want to be successful. I want to succeed. I want my wishes to come true. So we start juggling all of these things at one time again. But if you start juggling too much and you don't have the structure and the routine to support all of that, you might end up with a lot of unfinished projects, unfinished things this week and really throughout the whole year. So definitely taking some time, rearranging what your day-to-day routine looks like, what the structure looks like in your weekly routines. Let's go ahead and see any extra messages that universe and spirit have for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reversal. This also came out for Aquarius. If you have Aquarius in your chart, definitely go watch that as well. You might be dealing with an Aquarius as well, or there might be some projects or ideas or things that you started during Aquarius season, which would have been mid-January through mid-February, that maybe we're being asked to kind of take a look at again now. Maybe those were things that you tried to start and they didn't get off the ground. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of life. It is constantly in motion. And right now it feels like maybe luck isn't necessarily on our side, that we have to work a little bit harder to get to the next step, which obviously you having that strength card says, well, you have the strength to work a little bit harder. So don't be afraid to push and do so. But it's also like, where can we work smarter, not harder? And as we wait for this wheel to turn in its upright position, where can we sort of reconfigure or reevaluate our routines? I think the big message here across the board here for you this week, Gemini, is one, getting very clear on what your wishes are so they can be fulfilled. Asking yourself those bigger picture questions. When I think about success, what does that look like for me? What do I need in life in order to feel happiness and fulfillment? Those sort of bigger picture questions. So getting clear on those. Not juggling too much. I think we have a lot of ideas and we have a lot of things that we want to do. We want to be in alignment with divine timing, but we also have a lot of projects that we want to start or a lot of things that we want to try this year or even just this week. Try not to take on too much. Try not to juggle too many things. Reevaluate your day-to-day routine, right? You have to have the structure to support all of these new ideas and all these new things that you're taking on. And very soon the wheel will turn into your favor again, where it feels like you don't have to try so hard to overcome every single step, okay? I like this energy overall. If you're still here watching, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't liked this video already, consider giving it a like, consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate every single one of you. If you want to get a personal reading with me, all that information is down in the description box below. You can head over to themagicsiren.com, use our promo code for April 2026 and save yourself 15%. Otherwise, I will see you throughout the week, okay? All right, aloha.